Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Of course, a 3-1 deficit for Ronnie O'Sullivan is well within his capabilities to overturn.
Camera angle, the difficulties Kyren faced with.
Just single ball shots, just trying to find a bit of timing, find a bit of a strike again, because it hasn't quite.
An excellent pot.
1.
Prepared to back himself. And they must make crucial shots.
At the title game. Very happy with where they've played this week. The conditions, the venue itself, the place. Of course, a lot of history. It all comes down to this. The players are here to.
But now that we're back playing snooker, rather than rest on his laurels,
17.
if you can use that rule number 1. And would probably take
sense as well that not just this week is a great opportunity for him, but the calendar of upcoming events.
24.
Saudi Arabia coming up, English Open, British Open. You know, if you get on a good run now, with the confidence and momentum going forward, Kyren Wilson could do some severe damage to the rankings. Anyone could.
It could have a great impact on the rankings. Give you an ideal position.
And it made the difference. He was
Kyren
further
Wilson,
away from that
35.
red than he would have liked. And breaking down, although he's not left anything.
Backed himself to get it. He's missed it. That's given Ronnie this opportunity. Certainly plenty of open reds to start with before he
1.
gets down to the black and those other reds. Just trying to establish himself back in the frame, back in the match.
Eight. $15.
The challenge of getting those 4 reds into play.
Play on the pink. A couple of options.
20.
A little cannon, So he's gone to. How will he go about this?
26.
Out of it. Playing with top and left-hand side on the cue ball. End of break, but this frame's still very much live.
32. One.
For Kyren Wilson.
Last red he played, he knew, backed himself to get the pot and then open the reds for himself. worked out.
himself. He has so much self-belief. And okay, it doesn't always go to plan.
Yeah, it's far easier to have that self-belief when you have.
Something which he's worked very hard on over the years. Boy, he'll be glad he made those changes.
22.
Self. Put a lot of work in with his coach, Barry Stark, and it's all amounted to these moments that he... And he's made a very good start today.
31.
Well, not to be on the green,
Kyren
but
Wilson, 31. Frame conceded.
more than far enough in this frame. So Ronnie O'Sullivan nods his head and he looks on in a little bit of disbelief. He's not been there so far today, but that won't bother Kyren Wilson. 4-1. He's gone through 5 tough matches already this week, Kyren Wilson. 5-2. Convincingly beat Juicy yesterday.
One.
But that is a wonderful pot from Ronnie O'Sullivan.
That wasn't such good cueing
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
from here.
One.
Just don't get a sense at all that Kyren's going to come back to him.
Nine.
Kyren, his ambitions have gone on to be not just up in the final. It's a hell of a statement to make for what may come in future years
17.
against Daniel Wells.
And they played. So this would feel like
25.
a big, big result for the world champion. Possibly just in between the two reds. That's surely the perfect cannon.
Proved last few years. So as a result, you can literally just fall from shot to shot. Doesn't have to take time out for thinking. Makes the game so much easier.
Thirty-six.
Yeah. That's why there was that little...
But again, didn't do any damage because he left nothing for Ronnie O'Sullivan. So it hasn't cost him.
One.
Again, nicely played, but
You can see how confident he is from that shot selection. Wants to continue
6.
on here, keep attacking, keep Ronnie bang under it. And even if he does, he may be too far behind in this match.
12.
Kyren doing to Ronnie what night proceedings. It's a compliment to Kyren. From a lot of
20.
Played nearly, deserved a summer break. Didn't start the Camp Masters. But you can
28.
sense that he's been working hard, Kyren Wilson.
Prix.
And maybe that tougher draw
34.
than Ronnie is, particularly at the start of the season. It's been a great performance from Kyren, you'd have to
42.
say. He's looked every inch a world champion.
As with each ball that disappears, Kyren Wilson edging closer to ranking final here in Xi'an.
49.
Become the first ever champion of this event.
50.
Kyren Wilson's goals and targets for this season: win as much silverware as possible, assert yourself right at the top of the rankings. And what a feather in his cap
56.
this will be, beating O'Sullivan in a part of the many others have failed.
59.
Kyren Wilson really take
63. 68.
one frame required for a place in tomorrow's final. Xi'an, of course, home to the world-famous terracotta burial site. Our very own warrior, Kyren Wilson, looking to bury his opponent here in this match. One frame. Feels like a very tall order, this, for Ronnie. Even a chance like this, I suppose, sat in your seat, you almost don't want the chance to come along. You're so far behind. You.
Seven.
Will be on it. It's a good recovery. He landed behind the blue again.
You can see from Ronnie's facial expressions as he's walking.
20.
Yeah, nicely played. Ronnie identifying the ball as soon as possible. And then usually his
35.
excellent cue ball control. Work to do yet. Try and get a little bit of rhythm, a little bit of confidence. One frame at a time. Treat every frame as a
57.
match. Real frame score on the real match score.
Yeah, Kyren won't be worried just on visit. We'll just
65.
keep him thinking. He knows, of course, of this special ability. Keep
71.
gifting away chances. He's just got to mind his work to get over the line here.
But again, there's no
80.
guarantee in each frame he would get a chance. So in the next frame, or certainly just after, you're quite keen to take that chance and put it to bed.
Yeah, well, no century break from Ronnie O'Sullivan, but could that possibly be the start to a miraculous comeback, or is it just a consolation frame for the Rocket? He still trails 5-2. Seat 5 frames to 2 to the good over Ronnie O'Sullivan. Proved to be very costly in missing the red, went through the pack of reds and opened. It was a very anxious start to the contribution early on in that break, Ronnie O'Sullivan, but got the job done in the end with a break of 87.
Well, though.
Yeah, in potting that is a
9.
so straight away. Needed to play a little
17.
cannon there to play for the black for the same pocket. I think being just slightly right of centre here is the ideal place to be. And now in removing this
24. 25.
Trying to establish a rhythm, but even for him, he can go a little. Yeah, I was just going to say, just want to make sure he's just shows he's just not happy with his game. See there, felt obviously Ronnie's playing bad now and struggling, but he might always be determined to try and make the most of the chance.
One.
And that shot that went wrong for Ronnie there, the type of shot that, as a pound for the black, it was quite thin to middle. Clearly Ronnie not happy with how he's delivering the cue at the minute. The timing's not quite there, and that type of shot can really highlight.
The fact he didn't deliver the cue as quick as he wanted, that little bit of side didn't take.
4.
Again, would love to be straight on this red. And from there he can play, and you can see this little gap there. Those 2 reds nearest the black. If you could catch both of them with one shot. Makes it a better chance again.
Yeah, there you can see he's fine. So red to black here. There is a red
19.
right at that cluster of... May not can play on it this time around. Deep screwing across the face of the reds for the red into the opposite corner pocket. He's made a good job of that, Kyren will. But now he's looking for one good shot. Pot this red, get the angle.
$27.
One good shot here. Set the frame and match up nicely for him. Built.
Not just the pot, but the cue in itself. Both elements of that shot were very tough. Nicer on the reds.
1.
There's opportunities. That's certainly going to give Ronnie a bit more encouragement.
Will take something very special from Ronnie to turn this one around, but he's definitely going to need help from his opponent. And in these last 2 frames, he has had a helping hand.
Okay. Five. 4.
Yourself. think he felt he'd taken it out. She did offer to put it back, but
12.
he's had his issue.
Yeah, I think just in general, he has a lot of respect for everyone here in China. Would be the one city he would move to if he ever moved to China. Loves it, so he's obviously very comfortable here. It's been far from a comfortable
20.
performance so far today, though, from Ronnie. Means he didn't strike the ball as he wanted to. But that's another good pot from Ronnie O'Sullivan.
I certainly think if Ronnie could take it to 5, as I said,
37.
the chance is that little bit harder.
40.
The chance of 20 to play left.
44.
Clearing these colours up with his left hand for no other reason than the fact that he just can. It's as simple as that.
49.
And the crowd absolutely want to see Ronnie O'Sullivan make a comeback in this match. At 5-1, he looked down and out, but all of a sudden 5-3, and he's give Kyren Wilson something to think about. He's got every chance of making a comeback in this game now. He trails Kyren Wilson 5-3. And all of a sudden, there's a glimmer of hope. He's required a little bit of help from his opponent to keep his hopes alive. Kelson's mind. No surprises taking himself out of the arena after that frame.
One. Eight.
When he missed it and hit the first opening, it's happened.
So much to Kyren's delight, Ronnie O'Sullivan has
Ronnie
broken
O'Sullivan,
down.
21.
Excellent pot from Kyren. Play brown, and then from the next red, try and get perfect on the blue.
Doesn't it look a very inviting pack to attack from the blue as well?
Six.
And even if he hits the pack towards the left-hand side, you feel the black could also be used to stop the red. So one good shot.
Again, I can't agree with the pace that he's gone into that pack at.
Great shot. Again, last blue, he couldn't have played it too hard, because even if he got a bit of backspin, as I said, the black was still going to stop. Encouragement just to hang in. If he keeps hanging in, finds a little bit of form,
Kyren Wilson,
that'll
11.
lead to belief.
There, I can't understand why he felt that there was value in playing it the way he did. If the pink was there, he goes into it full pay to wait. presented with another chance.
You could see Ronnie in the background. It's the kind of chance earlier on in the match he was winning the frame from. So we're just really judging him by his own standards.
Seven.
To bed.
$13. $20.
Just minding his work here, Kyren. Then of the 5 remaining, 4 reds and around the black.
$27.
Yeah, didn't hit that well.
In that one, paired with the fact that he potted the pink thin. And it is end of break, so big mistake from Kyren Wilson.
Kyren Wilson,
Just starting to look good
33.
there.
Yeah, during close to the right corner. Anxious look from Ronnie there. Wasn't easy. Actually, he was able to play that red to the middle. And more importantly, he's flipped into the
Cook of the tournament for him, for sure. It certainly will be if he can convert this chance. Well, he was going close to
9.
the blue, so decided to play it a bit firmer.
yeah, surely a good, sensible safety has to be the order of the day.
Kyren Wilson, 30.
It's the black. Because in leaving him access to that red meant that Ronnie could
Push the one on the left close to the pocket. Needs a bit of cover.
as well. He's tried it. And he's got it. That's a fantastic shot from Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Much easier to accept if you had a go at it. Yeah.
Needs the cue ball to pull up. He needs it to stop. If he pots it, he can only tie. Referee Peggy Lee just asking the crowd to settle down, all getting very excited. This a very big shot. And what a pop that was from Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Isn't he? He knew what a great shot that was.
12.
He would prefer to see it stay out, but acknowledged it.
15.
Ball is not lost for Kyren Wilson just yet. Breaks down, but a black ball respot
19.
is still the toss of a coin.
24.
Because Kyren will know if Ronnie was to win this frame, even though we
30.
Well, this is good, as you'll see. And in goes the black to force the respotted black. So Kyren Wilson had the decision to who goes first.
Who wants the call? Head it is.
Kyren wins the top. Very, very important passage of play. Always the chance of the black running safe if you miss it, and by missing it top jaw means it was heading towards the balk. Player shot to something here. Chip this black into the yellow bag. Miss it thin if you're going to miss it.
Yeah, I'm surprised he played that one with his left hand. Needs to get this one right. He's played the dumb shot equivalent as well.
Oh, and Ronnie O'Sullivan, he holds his hand up because he's fluked the black, would you believe it? He smirks as he leaves the arena. This crowd has just erupted. Kyren Wilson cannot believe what he's seeing. From 5-1 up, it's now 5-4. And
Frame, and maybe 11 to look forward to. Because we did out of sorts, Ronnie O'Sullivan against a dominant world champion. Whatever about Ronnie managed to dig it out somehow. A great break to force the pot. It's coming down to save the black.
One.
Well, when he came down to see the black go, the camera angle shows. I don't think the black goes, but also that red at the bottom.
8.
Slightly.
11.
Wants to stay high. Ideally cannon where the pink is.
looks good. Now how's his look?
That's
Very
a
good
great
shot. From 5-1 up and in
70.
cruise control.
Yeah, he did. It's a brave shot. It's
24.
he has the chances to win.
Shot. Checking the cue ball up off the top cushion.
30.
Perfect. Wants them. There's enough here to do enough damage. All about just minding your work, holding yourself together.
$37.
Pink's available.
$43. Yep. 40.
You'll be able to try and gamble on that. The other red to the right available.
These the hardest balls to pot. Kyren Wilson already a great champion. He's our world champion.
56.
And this has been required. Now he's just a few balls away.
Credit to Kyren. He's been put under pressure. But he reacted the way a world champion.
Day at the office today. It's been a bad one. It's alive and kept the excitement alive here in the arena with a mini comeback, but just left a very tall order. But he's fought commendably. Semi-final of a big ranking event, and he'll be there or thereabouts next week in Saudi Arabia. But the world champion. And as all good challenge.
84.
Been severely tested. Ronnie coming back, crowd getting involved. Ronnie asked. He had the answers. He'll take some
92.
beating tomorrow, that's for sure.
Other semi-final
99.
to take on this man for the ton. A brilliant performance from our world champion, Kyren Wilson. Stood up when he's required to, as all good champions do. And he books himself into his 15th ranking final tomorrow, where he'll take on the winner of Judd Trump or Daniel Wells. Wasn't to be for Ronnie O'Sullivan today, but he'll be back, of course. 2 back-to-back semi-finals in Shanghai, and here sets him up nicely for the rest of the season. But today is all about Kyren Wilson. 32 years of age, world rank number 3, world champion, the number 1 seed here in Xi'an.